with that being said, let's jump in, because the charts never lie, regardless of what is in the news. And it's just going to be an interesting one to do, a head-to-head face-off between the two big hitters of the moment. So this week's Crypto Like a Pro trade setup of the week is a face-off between Cardano and Ethereum. And then we're going to put Andy on the spot, and he's going to make a prediction based on the technicals right now, which one he thinks will go higher by the end of the year.
Yeah, sure. So we'll start with Cardano here. So, one of the things that you can kind of probably even see yourselves is this 50 EMA has proven to be quite reliable as a support, a dynamic support and a dynamic resistance. So right now, the thing that looks like, if you're looking for a way, if you didn't buy Cardano and you're looking for a way to get in, for me, you can't look too far away from this little zone here. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't sure that we would pull back to that. I think today's pullback is quite significant. I mean, we'll see how we close, but there's potential there for us to go back into this zone here, and I think that would represent really good opportunity to pick some of this up around that sort of 230 area. I'm just going to have a little look at the fibs on this one as well. Let's see if the indicator will do me a favor and work for me. If not, I'm going to do this manually just to make sure that we get this correct. And okay, so this is I'm just doing this fast, guys. So yeah, so we hit the 1618 there. So yeah, I can see why we are pulling back here. So we've hit the 30. Yeah, I mean, that's a really great area there.
Isn't it?
Yeah, the 618. So I think this is if you're looking to buy this, I think 230, guys, 232 is a really nice area to put a bid in there. You're coming into the 50 EMA support, and then off the back of that, I'd be expecting the next push up towards between $2.67 and $4. I think that's your kind of next setup essentially. What we can also do is just have a little look at a couple of things here. So
guys, whilst Andy's doing that, if you've got any questions, let us know. Just pop them in the comment section, and I'll be jumping in and out of this to check on them. So yeah, any questions, just let us know, guys.
Yeah, so I'm just going to have a little look here. It looks like a bit of a hidden line there. And I'm going to take this hidden line and have a look to see if there's anything interesting happening here. So, you can kind of see at the moment we are right. That's probably why it stopped there. There's a bit of support coming in there. And then I think there's a bit of a reaction line there as well. So, I think if you're somebody who's accumulating right now, I mean, you could buy a little bit here, because what this might end up being, guys, is you might see this as a push up, a flag here, right? And then the market may never pull back to here. So in which case you could just see a quick run up to like here basically. So, and I would kind of use this as a block to target. So that's one option. So you could buy some here, and then you could consider basically adding more around this area here, which is around that sort of $2.30 zone for that move up. So that's kind of how I would do it. I'd probably split my entries up on Cardano. So I think let's have a look to see if we can see anything else here. Whoops. Now, if you kind of look at the way this market has gone up, it's gone up pretty fast. And that's kind of why, you know, we've been sort of talking about, you know, maybe it needs a breather, but maybe this could be the last push, like, especially if it maintains this sort of speed. I'll be surprised if it can go, you know, beyond sort of this zone before a significant pullback. But I think right now, that's kind of what I see. I don't really see much more. I think we could potentially have a look to see where, you know, this market might stop. You know, you might want to draw this line in and just add an alert on here. Resistance line on daily, good for take profit. So if you're still in Cardano in your spot or your margin or whatever, and you're going to hold this out, I would certainly consider taking some off the table if we can have a push up towards this area here. I think that is a natural place for a retracement. So it wouldn't surprise me if we kind of did this and then did something like that before a move higher. That's pretty much the picture that I see right now in Cardano. Shall I move on to Ethereum? Is there anything you want to ask me?
Yeah, so before that, so we've had a couple of questions. So before we go and compare Ethereum, before you make your prediction, let's just answer a couple of questions. So Zach's tuning in from Japan. I have a question. I've noticed recently that when different countries are awake, a coin I thought was bearish gets a random bullish spike, or vice versa. I wanted to know, is that a normal occurrence?
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot in the FX markets as well. So, you know, you've got to remember that it is people that are trading this. So, you know, like if, for example, during the London session, like say 7 a.m. till 10 a.m., Cardano sells off, and maybe it's done its typical range for the day. Maybe it's down 2%, 3%, 4%, whatever. And it's down, you know, what it would normally do for the day. And then the New York session starts. So the Americans are waking up and looking at the charts to trade Cardano. Well, the market's already fallen 5-6%. So what are they going to do? Are they going to sell it more? Well, they're probably going to buy it. So you should definitely look at the three main sessions are the London session, the New York session, and the Asian session. So Asian session is like around midnight to 3 a.m. New York is about 1 till 4 UK time, and then London is between 7 and 10. So they, you know, and often when I wake up in the morning, so I'm normally up about 6, and if I see the cryptos are down, I'm always thinking, okay, I'm waiting for opportunities for London because London might just start buying it. So sometimes, you know, there's traders that are closing positions overnight, or you know, the Asian session has sold them off, and combined with profit taking, and then London wakes up and they're like, okay, well, it's down, they're at levels, let's buy them. So then sometimes whatever Asia has done, London just reverses. And then vice versa, London reverses it, New York might sell it. So like, you know, if you catch a nice move in the morning, UK time, and it's sort of end of session and you're looking at it and we've hit the top range of the DTR, and you know there's new traders coming into the markets at 1 p.m. And I'm talking all local time UK here, guys, so you have to do the equivalent for yourselves. then you know that most likely they'll probably reverse it. So like, again, for day trades, it's a good time to maybe even take profits.
Cool.
I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, very, very comprehensive. I just want to say a shout out to Con, who's tuning in live. Also, Susan Fletcher, she's saying, hi guys, I don't seem to have any sound. Is anyone else having issues? A couple of people have said no. I just checked on my phone a bit earlier and the sound was coming out fine. So hopefully you've managed to get that sorted out. So with that being said, Zach saying, yep, that answers a lot. Thank you very much. Andy saying that tech analysis on ADA is way beyond my knowledge. I have a long way to go, but happy to keep plugging away. So that's why we're here, guys, just so that, again, it's just by learning by osmosis and just picking things up as we go. And you know, whether you're just more concentrating on spot and being a little bit more patient to get your gains, this helps massively. Being able to interpret the charts and where to get in and where to get out and things like that is really great. Obviously, if you're being more aggressive, if it suits your personality and your free time, etc., then again, it's going to be even more valuable. So keep plugging away, mate, for sure. And I know you're on here most weeks, so you're going to be getting a lot of value as you are in our course, because I know you signed up for the course recently as well. So hopefully you'll be getting some exponential growth in your knowledge. So with that being said, that's one half of today's show done with ADA, Cardano. So hopefully you've got your prices marked for your entry, possibly on the next wave up, and maybe a potential take profit. So let's move over to Ethereum and do the other half of the face-off before we put you on the spot and ask you to make your prediction.